why is there a perception that everybody should be a homeowner? John, maybe you can start with that. It seems like every federal government president, we want all people to own their homes. George Bush said every American should be in a house or whatever.
I think the biggest reason is because, and you're talking largely of elected officials, we want to be dream enablers, not dream crushers. But the reality is, it's not a realistic goal and not an attainable goal. And I think it's actually, what we're discovering in the last number of years, it's a dangerous concept to put out there, because if you're focused on that, and even frankly, a lot of the affordable housing conversations that are going on provincially and federally are focused on that, then we're burying our heads in the sand a little bit. And I can get into this more later, but the demand for rental housing is going to go through the roof. And if we're all still focused on fulfilling the unattainable dream
Yes.
for every single resident, we're not doing the work we need to do to bring rental housing online.
The demand, Derek, already is through the roof. I mean, I just want to get way in just quickly. I mean, it frustrates us at FERPO. I mean, the federal government, the government of Canada, and the Ontario government, both are very clear. They don't sugarcoat the fact that they are all about home ownership. The recent Housing Affordability Task Force report, that whole exercise, really wasn't. Rental was not a key sort of part of that. I had many conversations with officials in government, and they said, "Look, we're really focusing on home ownership," and there are reasons why that is, and we can get into that if you like. But the point is that the demand for rental is huge. We know that the supply gap from a recent study we did with Urban Nation is 300,000 units over the next decade. It's a big number, and we need to figure out how to unlock that. And while, I mean, obviously, I don't think it's a surprise to you. When I grew up, my parents didn't say to me, "You're going to be a renter. We want you to grow up and go to university and get married and have kids and rent." They didn't say that to me. They said, we want to position you to be able to own a home. But the realities have changed remarkably from when I was growing up, even in the last few years. So we have to acknowledge that's the case.
We've always been 30 to 40% of the Canadian, 30% right now of the population rents, right? And of that 30% who rents, half of them don't even live in rental buildings. They're living in condos and houses and things like that. And they don't have security of tenure, because they're living in a condo that can be sold and now they've got to move, right? So it's not just supply, it's supply of purpose-built rental that will give people the security they want. And the other thing is too, a senior does not have to be a homeowner. They actually want to be a renter. They would free up housing if they moved to rental. Young people shouldn't be buying a house. They should be paying for their education, building their lives and things like that, right? So there's a natural pool of renters, of younger people and older people, that shouldn't be aspiring to be homeowners necessarily.
Seniors do that, and thank God there's good product for them to be able to rent. They want that lifestyle. They want to free up the equity, and good because they can give it to their kids, who then can maybe try to buy something if that's what they want to do.
And most of them are overhoused.